want to have a quick conversation about shoulds in pregnancy. And the universe is telling me that I should have this conversation today. So I just recorded a solo episode for the Active Mom Postpartum podcast. It's going to come out next week, I think, about starting to run in pregnancy. Because I think, especially going into a first pregnancy, you're trying to do everything right. And so you're going to listen to a lot of voices and think that there's like this perfect algorithm that if you do all the right things, then you will magically be able to run all the way through your pregnancy and everything will be perfect. Spoiler alert, it doesn't always work that way. I very much, granted this was 13 years ago, I very much was that person where I was like, hey, I'm just going to, run into the delivery room. I'm going to run so much in pregnancy, but I had no way of, I had no plan. This is also back when runners really didn't do strength work, and there weren't a lot of moms running, period, or doing strength work. So in this episode that'll come out next week, I talk about a little bit of the research that we do have as far as exercise and running in pregnancy. A lot of questions I'll address that kind of came from the audience as far as like, hey, I'm experiencing round ligament pain. What do I do? Or how do I decrease nausea in the first trimester so I can run? And, I have a half marathon scheduled for 15 weeks from now. Is it okay if I do it? What do I do if my gynecologist says running's bad? Things like that. So if you want those answers, DM me if you want the answers sooner, but watch or listen to next week's episode. So there's all the shoulds, and the short answer is you end up doing what's right for you, but sometimes it takes a little while to figure that out. The other part of the universe that was telling me to hop on here was a conversation I was having with Christina Previtt about a large online pregnancy postpartum exercise company being like, be careful who you follow. And they were stitching, I think that's the right word. Basically, they were referring to a video of somebody saying it's okay to do crunches in pregnancy and showing a modification. And so this influencer was like, be careful who you listen to, crunches aren't safe. And I'm like, what freaking year is this? Is this like 1999? Because one, we've come so much further than the safety conversation. There's no data there. No. And if anything, we've been really not good about supporting moms in exercise and pregnancy, and really just spewing a lot of fear and being like, crunches are bad, planks are bad, da, da, da. And I don't know what the bad safety outcome is like, your baby's not going to come spewing out through your belly button, I promise. And so where the research is going, and this was a discussion with Christina, was we're actually looking at how can we incorporate more strength work in pregnancy. And she's done some studies looking at, and surveys looking at moms who are lifting heavy in pregnancy, what do their outcomes look like. I've started to play around with it with some of her recommendations as far as using monster bands to do assisted crunches in, second and third trimester. Just how can we figure out how to do more than just say no? And you shouldn't, all these shoulds and shouldn'ts and all that. And anyway, coming from people that are not doing the research and are just fear mongering. And so we need to have better voices that read the updated evidence and listen to the updated researchers who are trying to do more and not pretend like it's, 10, 15 years ago. We need to, figure out what's best for that person or those persons in front of us, or you need to figure out what's right for you. So the long and the short of this is, if you are considering pregnancy, if you are in pregnancy and you're looking for that one guru voice that's like, do this, don't do that, and it will promise you this, it won't. It's like one of those first rules of parenting, first lessons of parenting is there's no manual for your kid. Sorry, there's no manual for pregnancy. Everybody's a little bit different. Everybody's pregnancy is a little bit different. Do the best you can with what you have, and surround yourself with people that understand. Stay up to date with evidence, stay up to date with research. We'll have those conversations with you. And anybody that's telling you shoulds and should nots and safety, and they don't really have anything to back it up other than fear. And here's the thing, like, I'm fine with online programs, totally fine. Turn the volume down. Use their programs for an exercise template to tell you some exercises to do. Just turn the volume down. Getting spicy now. If you have questions about exercise in pregnancy, running in pregnancy, you can DM me. But don't miss next week's podcast episode looking at running in pregnancy. And hopefully you guys will like it. And yeah, love to hear from you.